Hey, Tripp Kramer here from trippadvice.com. In just a second here, you're going to hear from one of my good friends. Her name is Caitlin V, and she is a resident sex expert here at Tripp Advice. You might have seen her from many videos, and she's going to be talking about the art of fingering. And so there is an art to it. There is a way to be able to pleasure a woman in the bedroom using your fingers, and she is going to teach you all about that. Now, before we get into that, if you're having trouble even getting to the point where you have a woman in your bedroom or you're able to get sexually intimate with a woman, I want you to check out my program called Hooked. You can go to getherhooked.com or go to the description below and click on the link, getherhooked.com, that teaches you my proven system to be able to go out, meet, and attract the women that you desire. So if you are at the point where you don't even have a woman to be able to try out some of the stuff that you're going to learn in this video, then I urge you to check out Hooked at getherhooked.com. For now, here is Caitlin V talking about the art of pleasuring a woman in the bedroom with your fingers.
Hey Tripp, I am so glad that you called me. Fingering is one of my favorite subjects because it's so powerful, but so few men know exactly how to do it right. And if you get really good at using these guys, guess what? She's gonna be calling you back again and again and again because honestly, it's pretty rare. Not a lot of guys know exactly how to finger a woman, and the techniques that I'm about to share with you are pretty life-changing if you apply them correctly. So number one, all fingering starts with your fingers. Now, you don't have to go get a manicure like me, but you do need to make sure that your fingers are in really good shape. That means trimming your nails, making sure there's not hangnails and things that are generally just not smooth. Try taking your fingers and rubbing them on your delicate skin, like your lips, across your face. If there's anything on your finger that's rough, on your lip, it's gonna feel rough on her body. Remember that this is the most soft, most delicate part of her body, and anything that feels scratchy on you is going to feel scratchy to her and may even cause irritation and infection in a worst case scenario. So first things first, take really good care of your hands and fingers. Make sure that they're smooth and filed. There's two mistakes I see almost all guys make when it comes to fingering. Number one is thinking that more is better, and number two is thinking that more is better. And more in terms of number of fingers, and then more in terms of movement of the fingers. The best case scenario is for you to start with just one finger. Most importantly, make sure that it's lubricated. Never ever touch a vagina or a vulva or a woman's parts at all without spit or lube or something that makes your fingers smooth. It's sort of like sticking a dry finger in your eye. It feels awful. You want to make sure that your fingers are lubricated before they go anywhere near her vulva. And once they are, start with one finger. Just because one finger is smaller than what you know that she's capable of receiving doesn't mean that she's ready yet. She might only be ready for one. Even if she's had children, still start with one finger. One finger, insert it inside of her slowly, and then make little movements, just like this. Just little movements, little come here movements. Maybe explore a little bit, rotate to the left and the right, push down and push up, but wait, because notice how none of the sensation, none of the things that I just did are in and out. But notice, none of the motions that I just made are in, out, in, out, in, out. That's because this feeling doesn't feel very good. Just because that's how your body goes in and out of hers doesn't mean that that's how you should use your fingers. They're so different, and the fact that you can bend your fingers is your greatest advantage. So my next tip is forget about the seesaw motion. No seesaw, no sawing, no in and out, not like that. And then when she's ready, you can add a second finger. One of the coolest ways to add your second finger is by doing this. Putting one finger under the other. See that? Inserting them like this and then spreading them apart. Once they're like this, then you return to that come here motion. Stacking your fingers one on top of each other in order to insert them within her is a way more comfortable feeling for her than putting them side by side. Once you've achieved insertion, then you can put them side by side, and then you can keep going with this wider base. Ideally, you'll do a bit of a come here motion, and maybe explore as if her vaginal opening was a clock. So 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. See which parts of her body respond to just some pressure and a little stimulation. You don't need a whole lot of motion. And remember that stillness is your greatest asset. Stillness is your strength. Stillness is going to make her want more. If you confuse her by keep giving her a lot of motion and feeling and movement, she is going to react by not being able to really focus on any one sensation. So especially when you first start with one finger, start with exploring, expand to 2 fingers, go back to exploring, and then ultimately what you'll want to do is focus on that come here motion. You'll feel her G-spot right on your fingertips. It's usually located between 1 and 2 inches inside of her body, and it feels like a fleshy little bean or a sponge. You'll be able to keep that come here motion on her G-spot for a little bit until she gets close to orgasming. Then you can pull harder and put more direct pressure on it and pull. That's the only time that you'll make that seesaw motion, is when you're pulling against the G-spot. That's it. That's everything that you need to know exactly how to finger a woman. Plenty of lube. Start with 1 finger. Don't use a ton of motion. Stillness is your friend. And don't forget to continue to explore the outside of her body as you're going. Start with 1 finger and start by exploring this whole area. Gently touch her clitoral hood, the shaft underneath the clit. You can even explore by gently pulling the whole outer labia, squeezing the whole outer labia together with your fingertips and gripping it, giving it a little squeeze. After you've done that and you've excited the whole outer labia, then you can get more specific. Begin with 1 finger, head up to the top, feel around for the G-spot, go left, right, and down, just feeling wherever she's sensitive in those areas. Add your 2nd finger stacked like this, and then side by side. Move up to the top with a come here motion. That is where the motion, you moving back and forth, will feel the best. And then as she's getting closer to orgasm, make stronger pulls against her G-spot. Don't forget, you can also explore with your fingers, just delicately touching the labia, touching her clitoral hood. Depending on how sensitive she is, you may even be able to see and touch her clitoris itself. Or if she's very sensitive, stay around the area, touch the shaft of the clitoris or the sides of it, which is still really, really pleasurable and better on her if she's too sensitive. And that is the art of fingering.